Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Let's do a quick review of the bare minimum prepping supplies. What are the items that everybody needs no matter what the day brings? We also need to assess what are the threats that are likely to happen that interfere with our life running smoothly. It could be as simple as a winter storm, a power outage. There's so many things that can go wrong just us personally, in our community, and even worldwide events like the pandemic. If we have the basic prepping supplies, the bare minimum prepping supplies that can keep our life running smoothly, we're going to be way ahead and be able to deal with the emergency at hand. Let's take an inventory of those bare minimum prepping supplies. See if you have them. You have plenty of food in your house. Make sure you have plenty of water in your house. Make sure you keep your car full of gas. Have some small bills in cash. Keep your electronics charged up and maybe even consider getting some kind of a backup battery or solar power or something so that you can keep things going along smoothly. Even just having the extra cord in your car so you can charge up your phone if you need to. That can help make your life smooth. I've also tried to have extra hygiene supplies on hand, lots of toilet paper, and then all of the items that I use from toothpaste, shampoo, soap, lotion, all of those items, I always make sure that I have an extra backup item of something that I like to use. When I have it in my stockpile, I have a shelf and I have those extra supplies, and when I take one out, that's when I replace it so that I have the one I'm using, I have a backup and a plan to replace that item as I use it, rotate, and then of course replace it. That's how we should look at the supplies that we use. That you have when you're using, you have a backup, and then you have it on your plan that you would replace it. If it's important enough that you want to keep having it, it should be on your radar that you want to make sure that you replace it when you take the last one out. There's nothing worse than you've used the last square of toilet paper and you reach up in your cabinet and there is no backup toilet paper roll. That's just heartbreaking. That shouldn't happen, that you have not the things you need when it's so simple to have a few extras on hand. And so that's how I've tried to live my life for decades, and it's helped my life run smoothly. Does it mean I've never faced challenges, heartache, hardships? No, it doesn't mean that, but it has helped my life run smoother when I did have emergencies and I did have loss in my life, that I still was able on a day-to-day basis to just get up, have something to eat, get clean, get dressed, and then get going. And that's what we want to do. We want to, as preppers, it's lifestyle insurance. We're preserving the basics of life so that then we have the brain power and the time and the effort can be focused on solving what is the big problem today. If you get up and your problem is there's no toilet paper, there's no cereal, there's no milk, there's nothing to eat, you can't even begin to deal with the bigger problems. Then pay attention to what's going on in your neighborhood, in your community, in our country, and the world overall, because the finger on the pulse of how things are going in the world can help you plan for what could be coming my way. How can I think about, if that did happen to me, how can I prepare so that I make it not as terrible as it could be? If you know there's a storm coming, what can you do to prepare for it? And if we plan ahead and we think about what are the threats, how can I prepare for those, what gear do I need, how do I mentally prepare myself to be as strong as possible, that helps us make it through. It doesn't make everything just sunshine, roses, and rainbows, but it certainly helps us work through it and get to the other side as successfully as possible. That's why I'm a prepper. I want each day to go as smoothly as possible, and so I'm working on that. I'm sharing my thoughts on this process with my Alaska Granny channel because that's what I want for you too. I want people to get along. I want them to have the things they need and to be prepared, inner strength, that we can get through it and we'll come out okay on the other side and we can keep going. Leave it in the comments below What do you see happening? What do you think we should prepare for? And do you have hope for the future? I do, and I'm hoping others do as well. I hope you'll like my video, share it with someone you think might find it interesting, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.